on, everyone? It is Jaden and our resident expert Caleb over here with Fantasy Tomorrow. I know that we don't normally do Monday night recaps, but with us being in the playoffs and with having 2 games last night that are pretty big fantasy football players, we decided to go on ahead and look over it. So, Caleb, did we learn anything from the Pittsburgh versus Washington game last night?
Yeah, a couple of things, just a few notes to keep an eye on. First is Antonio Gibson, running back for the Washington football team. He hurt his knee and had to come out very early in the game. He was doubtful to return, never returned to the game. So you just want to keep an eye on him. He could end up missing some time if that knee injury is serious. Anytime that a running back hurts the lower half of their body, it's not a good sign. And Antonio Gibson has been super explosive this year, so just keep an eye on him. Hopefully he'll be able to return soon and help you as you are now in the playoffs. But if he's not able to go, expect bigger things out of J.D. McKissick. He had 10 targets in the passing game and actually turned those into 10 receptions last night. He was really, really good. So just keep an eye on him. Peyton Barber would also see some more rushing attempts as well if Antonio Gibson isn't able to play. So those are your options if Antonio Gibson is not able to play in Week 14. Now, Logan Thomas, tight end for the Washington football team, he was really good last night, scored a touchdown. Him and Alex Smith really seemed to have a connection. We know that Alex Smith loves targeting his tight ends, and Logan Thomas is the best tight end for Washington. He's definitely a must pick up if you are in need of a tight end. He's probably the best tight end that you could pick up off of waivers. So go grab him if you are tight end needy. And then finally, Cam Sims for the Washington football team. He's been pretty explosive. He had a couple of really big plays for Washington that helped them secure that victory against the Steelers. So I would consider him a deep league stash. If you're in a deeper league or a dynasty league and are looking at somebody that has some potential, maybe, I would maybe pick up Cam Sims. And then if you want to talk about the Steelers, they were suffering offensively last night. Didn't look great. That passing game is good, and Ben Roethlisberger is fine at quarterback. But the wide receivers were dropping some balls. Eric Ebron dropped a few. Deontay Johnson dropped a few, which, doesn't really affect our fantasy scoring too much unless you're counting points for drops or something. But just keep an eye on that, and I would just avoid the Steelers' running game at all costs right now, whether that's James Conner coming back. He's probably not going to produce that well, or if it's Benny Snell, Anthony McFarland, whoever. They just are not running the ball well right now, so I would just avoid the Steelers' run game.
Okay, and we had another game last night, so did we learn anything from the Buffalo versus San Francisco game?
Yeah, so Buffalo looked really good offensively. Josh Allen was on fire. Seems like he's kind of back to the way that he was earlier in the season. He threw 4 touchdown passes, so that was great. When it comes to actually adding players, of course, Cole Beasley you should add if he's available on waivers because he's just one of Josh Allen's favorite targets. But also Gabriel Davis definitely is worth an add for as long as John Brown is out with his injury. Davis, I think, had a touchdown last night. He's been performing really well. So I would keep an eye on him. And on the other side of the ball, the 49ers, they looked good offensively too. They had a little bit more struggles, but I think that's due to Nick Mullins being the quarterback. But Brandon Alyuk really shined last night. He's a must-add if he's available on waivers. He's just a very explosive player, and I think he's going to do great things in the fantasy playoffs this year. And then also Jordan Reed. He's another tight end that's worthy of a pickup if you're desperate. He's filling in for George Kittle. He scored over 10 half PPR points last night, so that's good production for a tight end. So give him a look if you're desperate at tight end.
Okay, guys, so there you go. That is your Monday night recap. Go out there, win your league matchups this week, and like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep bringing you guys wins each week. So with that, we are going to let you guys know that that is Caleb. My name is Jaden, and this is Fantasy Tomorrow, where we're giving you the information to learn today and win tomorrow. See you guys next week. Good luck.